How to decide, drop or impute missing values in Python. Have you ever faced the challenge of missing data while analyzing your dataset in Python? It can be a tricky situation, and knowing how to handle it is essential. Let's break down how to decide whether to drop or impute those missing values using the Pandas library. First, let's clarify what missing values are. In data analysis, missing values are points that are not recorded or unknown, often shown as not a number in Pandas. Handling these missing values correctly is vital for maintaining the quality of your analysis. Now, when it comes to dropping missing values, this means you remove rows or columns that contain them. You can use the Pandas function dropna to do this. For instance, you can drop rows that have any missing value, which removes incomplete records. Alternatively, you can drop rows where all values are missing, which clears out entirely empty records. Dropping is a straightforward approach if the missing data is minimal or random. However, be cautious, as dropping too much data can lead to losing important information and reducing your dataset size significantly. On the other hand, we have imputation. Imputation is the process of filling in missing values with substitutes like the mean, median, mode, or a constant value. You can accomplish this using Pandas or machine learning libraries like scikit-learn's SimpleImputer. Imputation keeps your dataset size intact and can improve model performance when missing data is substantial. However, if the values you use for imputation do not accurately representing the true missing data, it can introduce bias. When deciding between dropping or imputing, consider a few factors. First, look at the amount of missing data. If only a small fraction is missing, dropping may be simpler and safer. But if a large portion is missing, imputation is often the better choice to retain as much data as possible. Next, think about the pattern of missingness. If data is missing completely at random, dropping might be acceptable. However, if the missingness is related to other variables, you may want to use imputation methods that take those variables into account. Also, consider the importance of the variables involved. If a column with many missing values is crucial for your analysis, it is usually better to impute rather than drop it entirely. Lastly, think about how your choice will impact your analysis. Dropping or imputing can affect downstream tasks like modeling or visualization. Imputation can enhance model accuracy by preserving data, but improper imputation can mislead your results. In practice, you can use Pandas dropna to remove missing data when appropriate. For example, to drop rows with any missing value, you would use dropna. For filling missing values, SimpleImputer from scikit-learn can help you fill them with the mean, median, or most frequent values. This is particularly useful when you want to keep all rows and columns. Sometimes, it can also be helpful to create additional indicator columns to mark where data was missing before imputation. This can help your models learn patterns related to missingness. To summarize, start by assessing the extent and pattern of missing data. If missing values are few and random, dropping them with Pandas dropna is a simple solution. If missing data is significant or important, consider using imputation techniques like SimpleImputer to thoughtfully fill in those gaps. This way, you can preserve your data and potentially improve your analysis outcomes.